Listen, I know I hit that guardrail at extended speeds and sleepiness.
Extended speeds.
I mean, did you see the car afterward? It was fucking totaled. Like, the engine broke. I straight up broke the engine. It wouldn't turn on.
I think Poppy was more so commenting on the extended speed.
OS.
I just why so serious?
You okay?
Yeah, I was just getting OS's attention so I could pass them my plate.
Oh. Alright, recap. What happened last session? Aside from a lot of drama.
Alex is retiring.
What?
He was like, nope, I don't want to be in politics anymore. Wasn't that like the end of his whole rant to Misato where he very abruptly shut down everything she was saying?
Well, no, he called for new elections.
Yeah, but didn't he say he wasn't gonna run?
Mm-mm.
Oh, never mind, I'm stupid.
Okay, you might have misinterpreted his whole...
Point being,
Yeah.
he went to the place, told Misato she was a fucking idiot, and then told everyone that they needed to elect someone, and then he sent us to the Middle East, where we're securing oil, because we're running out, and our offensives will stall if we don't. Because fuel is important in wartime.
Yeah, tanks, like cars, tend not to like an extensive diet.
Certainly a diet.
Well, the lack of one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Do you remember anything that you were told about the situation there?
We're going to the Middle East to meet a bunch of hot people.
I don't remember any of their names, because I'm stupid. Can you write down the names? I should have written them down, but I also was like, if I try writing them down, I'm gonna butcher the spelling, and then I forgot to ask you to write them down.
You. Okay, hold on. Figure out how these are transliterated.
Swebby. Consider that I am Big Stoopy.
One sec. Hold on. What's his fucking name? First name. Ah, yeah.
Swebby.
What's happening, sorry?
I'm trying to figure out names. Just give me a sec.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Oh, give me a sec. Trying to recenter myself. Give me a sec.
Mhm.
Well, what would all of you have done to prepare for this journey, or to relax before it?
Warwick is going to spend some time researching the area, specifically the languages that are spoken around there, because I took the linguist feat and I don't know what languages to add.
Okay. Give me a sec. So. So technically, most places speak Arabic, but there's like 100 different dialects.
Okay.
But modern standard Arabic is gonna be understood by most people, even if they're not happy about it.
Cool.
It's like when let me use a Canadian analogy. It's like when you go to Quebec, talk shittily French at them, and they sneer back at you in English.
Oh, okay. Whenever you go to McDonald's and try to ask
Yeah.
for a Royale with cheese and they just say you want a quarter pounder.
Yeah.
Okay. Arabic, I get 2 more free language proficiencies.
Okay. You could take Hebrew.
I think I already have that. No, I
You
don't. I
have
have Yiddish.
Yiddish.
I'll take Hebrew.
You have Yiddish. Other than that, I mean, Kurdish or Aramaic could be of use.
I'll take Kurdish. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. If anyone is interested, do have a full language map of the Middle East.
That is highly specific, and I approve greatly.
I haven't made it. It's just a map of the languages in spoken.
Yeah,
Whoa.
but it's
Cool.
still.
While everyone else is prepping, I'll be right back because I realized I forgot to sign a Father's Day card. I'll be back in like 2 seconds.
Where the fuck is Yiddish actually spoken?
Nowhere. It is a colloquial dialect developed by European and Asian Jews. It's a dialect of German that developed over centuries in the early Middle Ages.
Terrible.
Why?
Confusing. Being.
Well, Hebrew is actually kind of an abomination. It's essentially, uh, bluntly, was essentially an attempt by the Israeli establishment to erase earlier pre-existing European Jewish cultures to replace it with a fabricated, not based in any historical like ideal people group that was the idea, like the ideal vision of Israeli culture, which is entirely fabricated. It's not real in the same way that or it's not organic in the same way that, Germany just kind of ended up like that. Hebrew is also a dead language that's been revived. Air quotes.
I'm back.
Hello.
So is
Okay.
Warwick. Dead but
Ah.
burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than Vlad returning accidentally.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I look forward to it.
Anyway,
I want to beat that white boy's ass.
considering he's half Georgian, he's probably tanner than all of us.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, in the morning, you are all sort of brought together in the big main hangar. Asuka isn't there, for one. Was not even in the dorms anymore when you all woke up.
Squint. Okay, well, I was just gonna be like, "Bleh." But Squint, was Lily in the dorms?
Oh yeah.
Squint? Terror? Fear?
You are greeted in the hangar by Sev, who is currently loading lots of handy little things into the big transport that you're all going to be loading into. You approach from the elevator, or the lift, as normal people say.
Wow, rude.
You gonna say anything?
Oh, where's Asuka? Me struggling to get into character for 2 seconds. Sweats.
First day with the new voice, David?
What? Probably in the ocean.
Eh.
Well, most of what we're bringing along can just fit onto a ship. The rest will have to deliver by sea.
So I assume
She's
she's been tasked with, carting that
blowing
up
up
there.
escort cruisers, yes.
Got it.
Fun.
Well, we better make her feel welcome. Soften up the place. Eh?
You are not going there on a military expedition. You are going there to assist rebel groups.
You know what they say about what can go wrong, right?
I mean, yeah, but that's kind of why we're loading like uh, humanitarian aid and light weapons in this instead of like tanks and bombers. That because that thing can't carry bombers; it's too heavy.
Fair enough.
So, have you been briefed on your on the procedure at your arrival?
That's a
Don't
good
believe
question.
so.
Have we?
No? Cool. I'll run it down for you. Basically, you'll be flown in along the. He sort of like pulls up a map, sort of smudges his finger over like a way too large area of like the Mediterranean coast here.
Yeah, that tracks for Sev.
Somewhere around here.
Sev knows about as much about geography as Ian does.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take offense to that.
You're going to be landing in Italy, he says, pointing at Kazakhstan.
Ian, respectfully, uh, until about a half year ago, you didn't know where Italy was.
No, I know which one Italy is. It's the one shaped like a boot. That's the only one I know.
Yeah. Don't know where Kazakhstan is either.
No, I don't.
There you go.
That I will freely admit.
Uh, Jesus. Oh yeah, Jericho. That's the city I was looking for. Yeah, you'll be landing in Jericho, or rather, not in. Don't land in the city. That the Israelis have a lot of air defenses. They'll shoot you down. You'll actually be like landing in Lebanon, in a plateau called the Maroun El Ras.
Gotcha.
Neat.
It's a valley. I mean, I'd say you can't miss it, but you're gonna be landing in it. So I suppose that's true of anywhere you land. I hope. Um. Well, either way, you're going to be greeted there by our friends within the Palestinian Liberation Organization, PLO. Or rather, you'll be greeted by one of our former intelligence man of ours that joined up with his countrymen after the collapse 10 years ago. We are still in good contact with him.
Well, that's good to know we have one friend down there at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abdul Belhamsit, half Jewish. Yeah. He's probably more knowledgeable on the place than any 2-hour rant I could have given you.
Well,
Probably because I would start on the wrong end.
yeah, probably. But let's get there.
Yes. Now, from the Secretary General, your objectives are as follows. You are to assist local insurgents so long as they do not compromise our moral integrity, yada yada. Don't ally with Nazis, basically.
Yeah.
Now, the final say of judgment on what that actually means is up to you. So you're given a lot of leeway, a lot of autonomy in how to conduct this. What's your rank?
Man?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, I got this written down somewhere. He like pats around his pockets for a minute. Lieutenant Colonel.
Cool. You're an acting colonel for now. Till Alaska gets back. Otherwise, this would be a slightly illegal operation.
Only slightly?
It's fine. I suppose in that position you'd be acting colonel anyway. Whatever. I've got some new equipment for all of you.
Ooh.
Oh?
Well, right now you're wearing woodland camo and like you're over there wearing Arctic camo. Like it's not. You walk up in the desert dressed like that. For one, you're gonna fucking die of heat stroke.
Probably.
For the other, well, it's not gonna exactly camouflage you very well.
What is David wearing again? The swamp parade camo?
Yeah. What is Warwick wearing?
Warwick's wearing the he's wearing the same outfit his hang on, wait a minute. I have the fucking picture somewhere. One moment. I'll just upload it to session media. I hope I still have the picture. Where the fuck did I put it?
You didn't. You ate it.
Hang on. I swear to God I have this somewhere.
Just
Is there a type of camo on?
It's no, zero camo at all.
it's a black leather jacket, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the outfit he's got on in his portrait there.
Uh,
I was just trying to find a full body picture of it.
Yeah, Seth sort of points at you. You're gonna die in that.
Yeah, probably.
Didn't you already die?
At least once.
Just checking.
That's not like a shield. You can continue to die.
Yes, no, you will be. It is winter, so it is significantly more bearable. But temperatures in the in the heat, does get up to at least 30 C. It's also very dry, so you will not notice that you're getting heat stroke until you get it.
Fun.
So,
I would definitely prefer not to die, so.
well, yeah, just The two of you that are wearing camouflage, actually, because I think Poppy's just wearing the funny dress uniform.
Mhm.
Okay, but it's a good dress uniform.
He sort of Sev actually sort of looks at you, Poppy. Yeah, I don't think I could help you with this.
Yeah. It's fine.
Let's hope that magical girls have the power to invoke jihad.
I thought we weren't supposed to do that.
Well, theologically speaking, jihad is just any great struggle that one can undertake. The question,
Okay.
however, is if theologically, although by this point we will be getting into a theological debate about whether or not Nina here would be capable of becoming the caliph.
You just hear David fucking dying in the background.
I'm gonna err on the side of no because
I
you're
am
not
choosing not to
Muslim.
engage with this conversation because I, the player, am not educated enough to argue about that.
I'm gonna err on the side of no by account of the fact that you're not Muslim.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
No.
Austrian, probably Catholic,
God.
Not the
well,
Catholics.
formerly Catholic, as is for most people.
That's a good point. Oh my god, can you imagine? I just
Oh,
believe that
like,
my patron is
on-
God.
Like on paper, 80% of people in Austria are Catholic. In
Mhm.
practice, it's 15.
Yeah.
It's the old people in like the farmhouses, you know,
Mhm.
the kind of people that have lived there so long that their ancestors probably spoke a different language when they
Mhm.
still lived here. Either way, all right, get in and don't die.
Oh, that's
Have
an
we
That's
gotten... Sev, by the way, have we
yes.
gotten any word on if interrogations of what's-her-fuck, the Emily, was it?
Emily.
Has interrogating her given us anything useful?
Not so far.
Okay.
So we, you know, she's not gonna go anywhere right now. She's in a maximum security prison in Yekaterinburg, literally smack dab in the middle of Soviet Union. So
Okay, cool. I just wanted to check. Thank you.
yeah. So let me think. That's 3, 4, 5, 4, 6. I'm missing something. Forgetting something. I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, David.
Mm,
So you like guinea pigs?
I mean, yes. Used to feed
Like
him
the
Cool.
potatoes.
You're
scientific
our
concept?
new guinea pig.
Oh. David
Like
loudly.
the scientific concept or the animal?
Uh, well, I don't know if he's a furry, but he's not gonna sprout. He's not gonna turn into one. I think.
Did you just call me a furry?
No, I said I didn't know if you were one. I mean,
I mean,
don't
it
care.
wouldn't surprise. I've met your family, and it wouldn't surprise
Yeah.
me.
Are you a cow?
No. My dad married the
He-
cow after I was born. My mom's
Mm.
fuck if I know where she
Oh,
is.
that's unrelated to that. I was just asking you if you were a furry and if you were a cow.
No.
Emotionally,
Okay,
If
maybe
anything,
not
I'd be an
physically.
otter.
noted.
Oh.
He writes something down on his pad.
David sweats profusely.
That's going in your file.
What was I doing? Oh yeah. He pulls from a stash of things that are just haphazardly strewn about the tarmac there. Picks up it's a cloak that
Big old poncho, right?
Yeah, it hooks up right nicely into your general. Yeah, so this is fresh out of the oven, so to speak. It's a prototype active camouflage system.
You see David Big what? Active
Now
camo.
this isn't. Yeah, so really the big thing about this is that so this is the material here, if you feel, is very uh heat absorbing, which means that you're not going to show up on thermal imaging.
I'm over worried about overheating and it's like this.
Oh, that's fine as well. So it absorbs it, but it doesn't actually like. So it all stays in this first layer. So the outside here is going to be real hot, but the inside here is actually going to stay cool. So even in hot desert conditions, you're going to stay at a chilled 25°C around. Probably a bit warmer because it is open and everything, but the inside of this stays very cool. Well, it stays at a consistent temperature. If you were to go out into the fucking Arctic, it would keep you warm. Oh.
David is already slithering into it.
Now, if you experience any malfunctions or, other side effects of utilizing this thing, then please do let us know, and I will personally tell Ritsuko what's wrong with it.
I get the feeling that Ritsuko won't give too much of a shit.
Well, she has outlined some possible malfunctions that were isolated, but hopefully fixed in testing.
We'll figure it out.
Inconsistent function of the heat distribution system. Effectiveness of thermal imaging jammer is dependent on distance to target. Spontaneous combustion. Hopefully fixed. You have any questions?
I think I'm good. I'll figure it out.
Now, do you have any allergies?
No.
I don't eat pork, but that's by choice.
Noted. Wait, that has nothing to do with what I was saying. No, it's in fabric, because I don't know what that's made of, and if it gives you rashes, then...
Oh, no.
Let me
I'm
know.
good.
Not that I'm aware of. I've
You're
owned
not
all of-
wearing it!
I don't care.
What? Get in the fucking... Get in the plane!
You want to tell Leo and Mr. I fucked your wife that I don't have
The
anything to
Secretary
say. I
General?
just wanted to harass them.
I think if I told them that, they'd tell me to fuck off, respectfully.
Nice. You should do that.
No. Get in the plane!
Getting in the plane noises.
He's grumbling as... Do you follow, all of you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lilith? You there?
I think
Sorry, what were we?
you might have been muted. I am
Mhm.
rapidly switching in.
We rolling.
I was just making sure you were there.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm here. What are we?
We're getting
You
in the
said
plane.
we were rolling something?
No.
No.
We're
We're
Getting in the
leaving.
plane.
We're getting in the
Okay.
plane.
Okay.
And you do ride for a while. You just fly silently.
Is this like a normal plane, not one of their weird supersonic ones?
It is a supersonic transport.
Is this the same plane that led to Vlad dying?
No, that's a
Okay.
German one. So no, what this is essentially it's essentially what you flew back on, like back to Russia. It's a vertical takeoff and landing jet transport. And you have to have one of those because otherwise you're going to get locked on by missiles and shot down.
Yeah.
Okay. You are flying for about 5 hours until you eventually just come to a halt. Rather, you land. Let me put it that way. Hold on. So, you have a couple people with you, but not too many. They're busy. Like immediately, they get outside, get security, and start offloading some of the crates you have. Do you follow outside?
Yes.
It's hot. Like it's the beginning of January, but it is quite fucking hot. About 102 degrees Fahrenheit, so in the upper 30s C.
I see
And you're
global
just sort of
warming has continued to do its work.
yeah. So you're just kind of doing your thing. What do you do while you wait for anyone to come talk to you?
I am going to... David's gonna go over his gear that he brought with him and check it.
Warwick?
Warwick is probably like thumbing through his various like English to X language dictionaries to make sure he's not gonna like fuck up and accidentally call somebody something.
Call someone a slur.
Lilith.
Hmm. Good question. So are we just like at the airport or the place or something, or are we?
You're in the middle of a fucking sand dune, basically. You're you're in a valley surrounded by rocks, waiting for someone to get to you.
I'm just gonna like shake my legs and make sure there's no sand getting stuck in my shoes or anything.
Yep. And Nina.
Probably like, I meant to say this several weeks ago, but at some point I would have picked up like a sketchbook.
Yeah,
Well, I'm probably just sketching.
you're just sketching.
David is gonna poke over Nina's shoulder. What you drawing?
I was really hoping that someone would look. I'm drawing
I really hope.
I'm drawing two versions of David's persona. David's otter persona.
David, ... Can you make it
I
look a
look
little
really
bit more
embarrassed
like a
now
weasel?
that you've seen it.
Is it weird if I ask you to make it look a little bit more like a weasel?
No, I can do that.
I like the tails.
Gonna wait for Amber to get back. Yeah.
See, the otters have the real cute faces, but if you look at the other ones, the tail right here, you see how this one has the... and he's like pointing, he's like pulling up his phone looking at pictures of otters. Yeah, we used to have these things all over the place in backwoods Georgia.
Yeah, wow.
Used to?
I'm like, I've gone from very embarrassed to like genuinely invested in the sketch.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back.
Did you used to have otters because your family hunted them to extinction, or
No,
did they just
I
leave?
just don't live there anymore.
Did they like turn into people and get human rights like your mom, or?
I mean, that's what I've been fighting for.
Weasel rights.
Weasel rights.
I feel like every time I learn something new about your past, I know less about you, David.
I mean, is there anything you
I
want to know?
thought I had a decent read on you, and then I learned that your mom was once a cow, and
I
it's all
mean,
been like
she's not my mom. She's my
you
stepmom.
have like an impenetrable haze of just a vaguely animal-shaped fog between my understanding of you and myself,
Well, is there anything specific?
like a wall of animal crackers.
Is there anything specific you wanted to know?
You said Draymond was Draymond. Am I-
Draymond.
Draymond. You said Draymond was your ex, right?
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
Did you date him before or after he stopped being an alligator?
After what? After, yeah.
Okay, good.
I didn't meet him. Well, I met him when I was hunting around in the swamp, wading around in the fucking misty mists. I don't know what to call them. Fucking bog. That's it. And well, I found a guy there, naked and curled up in a ball and very scared and confused.
Wow.
It was around that time that I ended up getting my magic too. So,
I can imagine that would be disorienting.
oh, just a
To
little
be
bit.
a lizard and then to not
We've
be a
had
lizard
such
anymore.
different we've had such different experiences with the day magic came into the world. It's so
I
Yeah.
mean, I think you were dead.
no, that was what woke me up.
Oh, right.
I
I
lived
also
in
almost
Antarctica.
died, technically.
So strange.
Well, I feel like you were equally scared and confused.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
maybe. I don't know. I had okay, well, maybe it's not, now that I'm saying it out loud, saying, no, I felt fine. I had a voice in my head probably isn't, um, the
Oh, I
greatest.
know a couple people like that. That Dagger Trough person that you mentioned is kind of like you. Well, I don't think it's like you. You have your god, right? That's a little different.
Yeah, that was the voice in my brain,
Yeah, that's a little.
I think. I
Well,
hope.
well, I hope too. But yeah, that is a little different from. Oh, that Dagger Trough fella. Um, we met them. You know, the one who stood on the podium for far too many hours.
I'm back.
Hello.
What did I miss?
I think their
Warwick being
conversations.
vaguely confused at David.
Okay,
Persona.
is Orange back?
I never left.
Oh, because someone came in.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh,
I
you're
will
fine.
have to go to do pizza at some point, but that'll be later.
Okay. Yeah, give me a sec. Eventually you hear the noise of like no car engine. That one. And you quickly realize that you are
Bring it back. Sorry about this.
okay.
David loudly trying to explain his persona concepts to
Sorry, I just want everyone here for when I do this.
You're good.
Yeah.
Just trying to.
It's basically getting a free commission. It's just in the desert.
He's trying to encourage her and her work. He sees Nina drawing him a persona, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'll tell you how I would do this."
Yeah. She's like, I'm so sorry. At first.
Yeah, which is part of why he's like, "Don't worry about it."
I have a running list going of everything in Nina's sketchbook.
Oh yeah, cute actually.
I gave Warwick a more hot weather appropriate outfit.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm putting it.
To share.
Oh.
Wonderful.
I like the really big clown shoes.
Yeah, I don't know why the Hero Forge model's feet are so fucking big.
Probably for support, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
wait
As
until on
someone
the
with
hour.
size 15 feet, I feel very seen.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until on the hour. And I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah. Imagine having an adorable pet. Definitely me. I just think dogs are good, actually.
Very controversial statement.
I know, right?
Oh, Orange, you're back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
I'm really sorry about all this.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's okay.
Okay.
Parents are just being disruptive, I assume.
Somewhat. Yeah.
We used to call that family imperialism. Yeah. You are surrounded by a fleet of gun trucks, technicals. Lots of machine guns pointing down at you.
Ah.
And 3 jeeps, jam-packed full of, your stereotypical image of like a Middle Eastern militant. A man in a cheap jacket, in unfitting camouflage, wielding an AK and wearing a balaclava that has various Arabic texts written over it.
David's just gonna stand up straight from where he was kind of leaning over Nina, and he just... Evening, gentlemen.
They basically don't react to you. However, from the middle car, this man steps out of the
Yes.
car with a cigarette in his mouth.
Wouldn't suppose you, would happen to know a, Abdul?
You're talking to him.
Great. Next question. Want to tell me why your boys are pointing the gun at me?
Because we had to make sure who you were.
Awesome. Have we confirmed that yet?
He sort of gives a hand signal, and the guns point upwards now.
That's nice. Good to meet you. I'm David.
Yeah. You're the ranking officer here?
At the moment, yes.
Wonderful. Now, what do you got for us exactly?
Well, first off, I got some humanitarian aid. But my better question for you is, what do you got for me?
What? What would I have for you?
Well,
This
we
is a
need
serious
some oil.
question. What would...
What?
We're a little bit far away from that.
Well, then
right
we better
now.
get walking.
Do you know what state this region is in currently?
I do. I've been keeping up a little bit. Not as much as I'll admit, but
Okay. Then tell me, what is the biggest obstacle between our current predicament and oil deliveries to the Soviet Union?
Sweats quietly. David would know
Is
this.
it-
He read the briefing. Sweats. The government. Sweats.
Make me a history check.
Okay, I can do history checks. I can do history checks. Okay, I can't actually do history checks. 12.
Can Warwick make a history check? Just to see how badly David's fucking up his answer.
I'll tell you either way.
Okay.
Basically, David, last you checked, the biggest obstacle between that and, this would be probably the, animosities between the oil-producing states and the fact that the largest one, or the one with the biggest oil fields, the Saudi Arabia and the UAE, are allied to the Americans.
Yep.
That's the last you know. Do you say that?
Gonna say, same thing that's been wrong since, about 2000. Americans. So I don't imagine you like talking to me very much.
Well, two things. For one, longer than 2000, more like 1918.
Yeah.
Two,
Right.
no, you ding dong. It's the fact that the third faction has landed a massive army in Syria.
That counts. They're allied with the Americans.
If you really think the Americans are the biggest threat here, you're almost as deluded as the people I'm allied to.
So educate me.
Okay.
Can't know nothing about.
All of
without
you
being
gather
told.
round, then everyone that matters, come here. So, historically, the people I'm working with, PLO, has been fighting the state of Israel.
Oh, you wanted us to answer.
Oh, you were waiting for us.
Oh.
Yes!
Okay.
Shalom.
We're really good at our job.
No, you know what? I called you cowheads in Arabic. I want you to know that.
I know.
So, and we've mostly depended on funding and aid from the Arab League. Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, and the other Arab states. But by now, most of them had abandoned us anyway. Things have heated back up over the last couple years, as some of you might be aware. And we're really your last big allies down here. The Iranians are shutting themselves in, hoping not to get invaded. The Central Arabian Peninsula is basically ruled by American British puppets. And the South, well, that's the Yemeni civil war is probably the most complicated war in human history at this point. 285 different factions fighting in more than 86 coalitions. Some of them no larger than 200 men. There are parties down here that have no more members than 3.
Not ideal.
3. Over here we call that a sad dinner table. Now, as far as I understand it, what you will have to do is fight both the occupying armies, as the third faction isn't going to hold its agreement with the Israelis for very long. Gaza has already been occupied, and, well, it's a genocide in the making. And you're going to have to make a compromise. Or help us make a compromise, let me put it that way. The PLO is split into a couple of different factions. The Red Front, Fatah, the Hamas, couple of others. You know.
So where do we start?
Probably by meeting the president. I'm going to take you to Jericho, which is the provisional capital of the state of Palestine. And, well, nominally, at least on paper, Hakim is the recognized head of state of our nation. Yeah?
On paper?
Eh?
What do you mean on paper?
Well, in practice, we are so factionalized that not a lot is going to end up happening. Right now, I think that the PLO, let alone the other Arab peoples, are so splintered and factionalized that we're about as likely to shoot each other than we are to shoot at the fascists.
Fun.
And, yeah. How do I put this? It's a very different place. For your own safety, I would recommend you, some of you dress appropriately.
Mm.
Mostly so that the IDF doesn't notice you're foreigners.
Right.
If we
Got
get
it.
spotted on the way back, we're gonna have trouble. Okay. Got any questions?
All good here.
Okay. Any of you ladies?
No. That all makes sense.
Cool. Throw up the military camo though, because that's probably going to be a bigger giveaway than not wearing head coverings right now.
Yeah.
You know, being armed.
David is just gonna... I mean, his rifle is in his bag, like it's a... And that's in... He has it under his poncho right now, I'd say.
Yep. He makes one of the guys from the jeeps come to him. Yes, sir. Sheila. Making him make sure that all the packaging is there, and then your friends are gonna fly all the way back home. You're coming along with me.
Planning on it?
He walks over up the basically up the hillside. Sorry, burping. To where there's a little an outhouse basically on the side of the road, and next to it there is parked a tacky white sedan.
I got... Is it like a really suspicious looking one?
No, it's just. It looks like a car someone would own when they don't have enough money to buy anything else.
Oh, fair enough, dog.
All right. Here. He sort of takes off one of the basically one of the sides of the like on the side of the car, one of the just plates of metal on the side. He just takes one of those off. There's like a hidden compartment in there. All right. All your military gear, weapons, whatever, put it in there.
Got it.
Knives too.
Putting them in.
We can get hassled for just about anything.
Just load it all
Depends
up.
anything.
Well,
Would it be suspicious that I don't have any equipment on me?
he's gonna ask you. He walks over to you. What about you?
I don't have anything.
You make war without weapons?
Yep.
Pacifist?
No.
No.
Long story. You'll see.
The last time someone said, "You'll see," I got this scar and lost my eye.
You not like that, I hope.
You hope?
Magic.
None of
I
us
can
are
do
scarred up, are we? Visibly.
I mean,
Magic,
I
that's
mean-
an answer. We're fine. Just makes me worry more. Just because your meth lab hasn't blown up yet. Get in the car.
if it
Actually,
hasn't blown
no.
up, is it really a meth lab?
Hey, before you get into the car, here is appropriate local attire for everybody. You know, just tracksuits and these hats aren't common anymore, but they'll cover the fact that you're all white as chalk.
I will take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just keep to ourselves, and there's no easy way to say this. It doesn't matter who we get accosted by Hamas thugs or by the IDF. They're all pretty fucking misogynistic.
Cool.
So,
David is immediately making a face.
well, welcome to Palestine. Well, welcome to clusterfucks in general, I suppose.
Yeah, that tracks.
He gets into the car, starts it. And starts driving southward. So, tell me about yourselves.
You want personal
David, you start.
detail? Oh boy. Okay. You want
Well,
personal
I want to know
details?
who I'm working with.
Or do you want my military career?
I can read that out of a book. Who am I working with? I want to know that.
My stepmom's a cow.
What the fuck?
Like literally, that's not an insult.
That's what you led with.
Well, suppose. No, I got nothing. What the fuck?
You hear the accent, right? You know what they say. Everything's bigger in Texas.
I live in Georgia.
It's the same.
It really isn't. I grew up in, personally, I grew up in New York, actually.
Really? Family
Yeah.
immigrants then?
Once upon a time, yeah. in all seriousness, my mother is and comes from a very old New York Jewish family. And my father was a Syrian immigrant.
Yeah.
And, well, America's a different place than here.
Very much.
I would ask you not to bring it up around any suspicious fellows. I don't want anyone to, well, try and have a go at me, if you know what I mean.
I get you. I get you.
Noted.
Mhm.
Uh, what about the dead-looking guy?
I was a dead body. I woke up in Antarctica the day magic came into the world. I lived there for several years, surviving on seal meat. Uh,
You didn't kill any
oh,
cute baby
I'm.
ones, did you?
Uh, let's not ask questions we don't want to hear the answer to, David. Uh, I'm a doctor. I do healing magic.
I like to
That's
imagine
kind of everything.
he's like they're like counting this off on their fingers.
Yeah, it's like, what's the Cliff's Notes? I was a dead body. I lived in Antarctica. I ate seals. I always mention I ate seals. I'm a doctor and I do healing magic.
Uh, so, your patients trust you?
Yeah.
Because usually when my doctor looks like a dead guy, it doesn't inspire confidence.
Hey,
Typically.
No,
consider
I mean,
it like this: if he could do his job well enough to bring people back from the dead, I'd trust my hands with him any day.
yeah, that's the other thing. If you have anybody dead that you want not dead, give me some diamonds and I'll make it happen if it's recent enough.
That sounds like a scam.
No, it's legit.
I can confirm. I watched someone get their neck snapped in half and crumpled to the floor, and he's walking around like he's never
Sure,
got
but
hurt
that
to
sounds
begin
like
with.
a telemarketing scam. Send me your blood diamonds, and I will revive your dead soulless father.
I mean, you believe whatever you want to believe, man.
I don't, I don't believe anything really. Uh, so that's becoming increasingly hard. In this day, age, and time.
I'll tell you one thing I believe: Nazis are fucks.
Yeah, well.
Wouldn't be here otherwise.
Uh, what about the redhead? The small
Oh,
one.
Lilith?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sorry, what was talking?
About you. Well, tell me about yourself.
Oh, not much to say. I was born in Russia. Had a disagreement with the government at the time, including my sister. I had to flee, and have been trying to rectify the situation ever since.
Well, uh, considering the flag now flying in Moscow, you probably feel a little better.
Yeah, that is a pretty safe thing to bet.
Especially when
I
she
don't
did it
think.
herself.
Yeah. So, you, I don't think I catched your name. The magic-y fighty one.
Oh, Nina.
Nina. You a kraut?
Am I?
Are you from Germany is what he's asking in a
Okay.
very derogatory manner.
Um,
It's like when a Scottish person asks you if you're a Sassenach.
yeah. I'm from Austria.
Ah. Yeah.
It's like meeting a British person and saying, "Are you a turf?"
Yeah!
Not quite. But yeah. Well, there's worse, I suppose. I hope. So, what else can you tell me about yourself? You mentioned magic. What's that all about?
Um, I'm not 100% sure. My my city was attacked and I almost died and then I didn't. And then now I can do magic.
Huh.
What is it with near death and people with magic?
Well,
I mean, my
if you
spine
ask
got
me,
snapped in two. Part of the reason why I can't go on flats anymore. Oh, once I have to go through a metal detector.
well, it might be something about how, uh, from what I've seen, magic seems to depend strongly on willpower. I suppose people who have a near-death experience can tell them a lot about determination to live.
Ain't that the truth? And lots more people going through in those near-death experiences recently.
Yeah, you know, until recently. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Get down, patrol. Fucking
I am,
IDF checkpoint.
I am getting down.
Putin.
Okay, just act. Don't get down. Don't act suspiciously.
Act natural.
What role to act natural?
They
Uh,
are... David is continuing to talk about cows.
That's a good point. Roll deception.
Ah,
No.
I don't think I'm good at that.
Oh,
No,
I'm good
I'm
at that.
not.
Shit.
Ooh,
Oh, I'm not good at that.
ooh.
I have a +4.
Well,
The two
So we're getting in a
people
fight.
good at deception rolled nat ones.
Yikes. We're
Wait.
friends,
This guy
okay?
still has to roll, doesn't he? Abdul,
no.
roll. Get us a nat 20 and save us.
Yeah,
Even I
but
don't
there's
think
two
that.
I
nat
don't think it works
ones.
that way.
Yeah, we'd have
I think we're
to. There would
beyond
have to
help.
be two.
Tool rolled a 9.
Okay, so
Act natural, everybody.
they just overhear us saying
Act natural. Nina immediately transforms into a magical girl.
Anxiety transform.
Leaning really awkwardly in his vehicle.
Lilith, act natural, fires a shot.
Out of what gun?
Magic missile.
Oh, you
Witch
know.
bolt.
Hold on. God, I might actually have to prep some shit here. We'll wing it. We'll wing it.
So
Uh,
we're doing combat.
Probably. Hold on. The car comes to a stop at an IDF checkpoint. It's just 5 soldiers. That sort of stick around. Like one of the soldiers goes up to the car and signals for them to roll down his window. Salam. Do you speak English? A little bit. Little bit. Uh, who are you traveling with? Traveling with friends. They come to visit. Uh-huh. Do we have identification? No identification. Are from around here. He sort of shines the mag light on his rifle. Into the back seat. And very quickly notices that, instead of quote 2 locals,
4 white kids.
yeah, it's an undead man,
Eh.
that like an undead person, and 2 white women in the back seat.
Oh, you know.
Step out of the car. Is there something wrong? I said step out of the car.
Can I try and say something to get us saved?
I mean, you already nat 1 your deception check.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, fair enough.
Unless you have a spell that could save our ass.
No, I was going to claim we're in a band, and we're going to go play a gig.
Uh,
I'm going to claim we're MCR. There we go.
hold on. When at this point, the members would be like in their mid to late 60s.
New MCR. There we go.
New MC.
My Chemical Romania.
Romania top rock band.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Abdul sort of curses under his breath.
All
Shares a look with David.
David just sighs. Alright, fuck this. And then.
Yeah, he pulled. So I gotta open this, or you're going to get shot immediately.
Okay, go ahead.
Abdul makes it look like he's just, turning off the engine on his car. And then he pulls a big handgun that was strapped to the bottom of the dashboard. And shoots the guy.
Whoa.
That's the wrong thing.
Holy
Okay, but it's still kind of banging, though.
Yeah, that's for later, though. That's for later. I had something else. I just never pressed copy. Hold on. You are sort of... I don't have a map for this, so I gotta describe it, right?
Yeah.
You are in a road checkpoint. On the side of the road, each are 2 armored cars. They don't have guns on the top, but there are 2 armored cars. There are 5 men total. Roll initiative.
Give me.
Oh.
Okay, that's a hit.
It hit.
Yeah, he also attacked, because that's what started combat.
Oh, there we go. No.
Oh. I was gonna say, we all have really good initiative.
Minus 21.
Yeah. What's his name? No, I already have him. Okay. Dual rolled a nat 20.
Oh, I should have. Well. That's fine.
Warwick rolled a 14. David rolled a 19. Alex isn't here. Nina rolled a 16. Lily isn't here either. I deleted Lilith instead of Lily.
Oh no.
Lilith rolled a 6. The IDF rolled a 9. They get advantage to this, and they still rolled a 9. So, yep. Abdul is going to... Oh, hold on. I should roll damage for this first, huh? Ow. That's a nat 1. Yeah, his gun jams. And the second one misses. You're in the car, and there are people pointing at you. What do you do?
David is going to snap his fingers and use Summon Beast.
Oh my god.
Not conjure animals, summon beast. And you hear the like caw of his falcon suddenly, and it's gonna swoop down and try picking off guys.
The actual big falcon.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You have the stats for that?
Yes.
I just need the damage to roll.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll grab it. Do have save.
Something I might make you do over the next week is create a pool of things you can summon and then have the sheets already ready.
Yeah, I would. What's that? Alright, summon beast. Flying. It is. 28 hit points, 60 fly speed. What
What's
do you
its
need?
dexterity?
Strength? 11. Because
11.
it doesn't change for.
What's its strength?
18. So plus 4.
So roll me a d20 plus 4.
Okay, cool.
Okay, which one is this?
Whichever one is reacting. Is there someone like in a machine gun or something?
No, there's the guy. The only one that's pointing the weapons at you right now is the guy that was standing next to the car that Abdul failed to kill.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that guy.
Okay, what's the damage on it?
Fuck. Blah, 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 blah. 1d8 plus 4 plus,
Plus strength, probably.
plus your spell modifier.
Okay, then roll that.
Sorry.
Oh, is that the 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
You just see his falcon fucking come in, swoop in, claw into this guy's neck, and just break it immediately and swoop back up and carry him away. This is a giant fucking dire hawk.
Nina!
Oh, no.
Are you going to transform?
What's... So what's around us? Like, how many people are here?
There are, well, now 4 enemy people. You are in a checkpoint that's pretty much just guarded by a bar gate and barbed wire fence around it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there are those 5 people around you. The furthest one away, for the record, is about 60 feet from the car.
Oh. Decently far.
Yeah.
However, I'm pretty sure that I can reach that.
Yeah,
with
if
my
you-
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah?
Well, I might just do that.
Yeah, you might want to get out of the car still.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll get
that's-
out of the car.
I didn't move. David is gonna just slip behind the car and into cover. My bad.
You ended your turn.
Yeah, that's... Sorry. I will... He's still sitting.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not gonna transform, but I will get out of the car.
Okay.
Do you have to be transformed to use your magic at all?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Just to fly and stuff.
Yeah, I am effectively a warlock regardless.
Not just effectively, you are a warlock.
Yeah.
You just also get
The
barbarian
transformation
sometimes.
just...
Okay.
Yeah.
Have I ever fixed your Eldritch Blast stuff?
I mean, I think it's... Here, can I... Whoa.
Oh, yeah. That hits.
300 feet. Alright.
It's Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa. Okay.
Cool.
One. One Eldritch Blast.
Warwick.
Okay. Warwick will get out of the car. Warwick will look at one of the unharmed soldiers, one of the unharmed IDF soldiers, and cast Blight. That's a con save.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 8d8.
It
Ah,
failed. Or, sorry.
hit him.
41.
I don't think...
You ever seen the third Indiana Jones movie? The guy that just turns into a ski. That's essentially what happens.
Cool.
He didn't even choose poorly.
No, he just got fucked on. What else do I have? What
I mean,
else
they
do I have?
chose
Bonus
poorly
action?
in making us, deciding to fuck with us.
Yeah, you picked the wrong checkpoint. You shitposted in the wrong neighborhood. Oh, is this a cantrip? Or is this a bonus action? Shit, it's an action. Okay, never mind. I end my turn. I'm not even behind cover. I'm just standing there. They're not gonna shoot me after that.
Okay, there are 3 left. One of them is going to duck behind one of the armored cars. He is out of sight. And you hear him yell into his radio.
Shit.
Do I understand what he says now that I speak his languages?
Do you speak Hebrew?
Yes.
He's calling in air support.
Oh, good.
David loudly. I'm starting to think this might have been the more fun option.
Okay. Lilith.
Okay.
Wait, no, I forgot to attack. Sorry. What's your AC, David?
16.
Yeah, both miss. Sorry, now you go, Amber.
Okay. Is it just the one guy left?
It's 3 people left. One of them is out of sight.
Okay. The people I can shoot, I'm going to pick one of them. I don't know their positions because obviously. Wait, am I
They're
supposed to be
both
seeing
on
a
the
map?
right. No, there is no map because I didn't have time to set one up. They're both on the right side of the car, from you sitting in the car.
I'm going to first aim at one.
Oh, wait, do you have your gun?
Yeah, no, you don't have your gun.
Oh, damn it.
Well, you could reach and grab it really quickly.
You would have to get out of the car and open up the compartment. That's an action.
Do you have a spell like Witch Bolt?
I could do, yeah.
Start blasting.
They're both about 30 feet away from you at the moment.
30. Give me. I didn't expect this.
Me neither.
Are there buildings around? Oh, I know,
No,
I can
you're in the
only use-
middle. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Okay. Give me a sec. Sorry about this.
You're fine. I just attacked them.
I can't use that because that's self, and I don't want to get too close to them. And all of my only attacking spell is self range, so I'm just going to use a cantrip, I guess. No, it's not cantrip. That's a spell. I'm going to use one of my level 1 spells. What? Wait, no, I'm going to use one of my level 3 spell slots for Hellish Rebuke, which is 2d10 plus 2 more 2d10s.
Okay,
because...
make an attack.
No, 2 more 1d10.
Love Hellish Rebuke.
So is it just 4d10?
No, you first have to make an attack.
Oh.
Does Hello Shriek have a hit?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm stupid.
The only spell
Yeah.
that doesn't, that's not an AoE spell, is Magic Missile.
Wait, I don't think I can use Hellish Rebuke. Because it's a creature that damaged you.
Yeah. What about Witch Bolt? Or something like that.
Yes, I'm just going to use my action to get my weapon out.
Okay.
Um,
Go around to the side of the car.
yep.
You could cast Ray of Sickness. Sorry, not going to get in your way.
No, I'm just going to get my
Okay.
get my weapon out.
Yep. The compartment is now open.
And am I able to put my gun out, or is that another action?
It wouldn't be an action. It would. If you can do it, the others would have to do it as a bonus action. Because now that the compartment is open.
Okay, I'll pick it up, and then for my bonus action, I guess I'll just
Yep.
use martial acrobatics so I can get a dodge action.
Cool. Abdul is gonna try and shoot.
Oh, Ian's connection just died.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, Discord seems to be broken, but if you hear me, it's fine.
Okay, can
My
you
connection.
hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. My connection died, and now it's kind of back, but Discord's still cooked. But if you can hear me and I can hear you, we're good.
Oh yeah, it's a DNS issue then. David.
Yes. What did he do? Just miss? Assuming?
What? Yeah,
Abdul.
10 and 5.
Yeah.
No dice.
Okay. Then David is going to very casually, get out of the car, walk over, pick up his crew gun.
That's a bonus action.
Yep. And do I want to pass out other people's weapon? Well, the only other person with weapon is Warwick, and Warwick tends to use spells anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna fire, and then... So, I'm gonna fire at the two I can see. This one is towards the... right one.
Cool, that's a hit. He is dead.
Left one. Very dead.
So nat 20. Yeah, he had rapid unscheduled brain surgery.
And then the hawk is going to... I'm just not going to use my last attack because I can't see the last guy you said.
Yeah. You don't know
Yeah,
what it is.
then my falcon is going to come down on the last guy who's behind cover. And let's see, 17. 'Cause
Okay.
the falcon can swipe at it from any angle. I don't know. That's...
And with Nina's, it's Nina's turn now, right?
yeah.
So you all hear helicopter audio. And Nina, you are in fact the first to spot it as it's coming from sort of the direction that you're, sitting / standing at, like where you're facing. It's a very angular helicopter with a lot of stuff strapped to it. David, that's an Apache. That's a very deadly gunship.
He's just gonna look up at it, click his tongue. You wouldn't happen to have an RPG, would you?
What are they sending at us?
Patchy.
What?
Oh yeah, one of the guys
Well,
called
that
for air
means
support, by the way.
Unless somebody has any way of getting close to it, we should pray.
David's just gonna look at Nina.
Yeah.
How far away is it?
We look at Nina and Lilith.
Hold on. It's about 450 feet away. No, 350. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Well?
That thing has a lot of range. Can you dash with flight?
Yes.
I don't have to. I can just dimension door into it.
Dimension door into the helicopter. Just
That
hello.
would probably kill you.
Yeah, it probably would. But I can dimension door up to it.
Okay. Could also fly into range for a spell.
This is also true.
Especially with Eldritch Blast.
You want to like airlift me, and then we'll just go up and nuke it with magic?
I'm not very strong.
How heavy is Warwick?
Like less than 90 pounds. Warwick is like rail thin.
Oh yeah,
Literally
we've been over
bones.
this. I can
You-
lift you.
You could probably do that.
I
You
don't
gonna
know that
transform?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, you're transformed.
Ta-da.
Up gives you a look like. Ugh.
He
Yeah.
sits there watching the whole magical girl sequence in awe.
I once again look embarrassed. I'm going to pop my flight and then just like slide over to Warwick and pick him up.
Hey!
Let's go.
There they
Teamwork!
go. Okay, you fly. So
This
you
is
dash.
our combo move. Yeah.
Okay, so you move 120 feet. You think is now about 280. No,
He said it was 360 or
350.
50.
So 220. It's 230. 230. 230. 230. Okay. Yeah. Warwick, it's your turn. You're up in the air.
So we're a little far away with the from the thing for what I initially had planned. Yeah, we're actually too far away for me to use a lot of my spells. I do have one that I can use, but it's not actually in Roll20. But it's really funny, so I'm gonna do it anyway.
Oh no.
I'm gonna cast Summon Celestial.
Oh my god.
I summon a giant flying angel. That is about 30 feet away from the helicopter, and it has 40 feet of flying movement. I have the stat block here, and I can roll for it as needed.
Okay. How
And the
far
gi-
away? Like in front of
it's-
it?
Oh yeah, like right in front of it.
That might be bad enough to do it in itself. Hold on.
This guy was like, do not draw attention to yourselves. Like, okay.
Yeah, you just summoned a fucking angel in the middle of the desert.
These guys are gonna go screaming home that Jesus has returned.
They call me Moses.
Moses. Moses.
Better.
on over.
Eclipse the helicopter blades.
Oh, good.
Which does, hold on, first the damage to it. How big is it?
Hang on, let me double check. It's size category large. I don't know how big that means in feet. Quite a
Quite
bit bigger
large.
than a normal person.
Yeah. Let's go, hold on. It takes 164 damage. I'm assuming that's enough to...
The angel. Oh yeah, the angel's fucked.
And
Tapped.
the helicopter takes... Yeah, it just, like, its helicopter blades shatter, and it just sort of falls out of the sky.
Extremely funny that you just used a you effectively used the celestial as a roadblock. You summoned an angel to stand in the way.
I was originally gonna have it like just fucking like break the windshield and start beating people up with the giant mace it spawns with, but that's way funnier.
You could have done that if you spotted away a little bit further away, but I think this is better.
Yes. This also clears up the complications that would have come from the fact that the angel just sticks around for an hour if it survives. And that would have been a hell of a lot harder to keep hidden.
Yeah, that does solve the problem immediately.
Okay. Yeah, get. Oh,
David very
God bless you.
casually.
Get inside. Get into the car.
David very casually gets back in the car and takes his little crew gun and tucks it into his chest piece of his rig under his poncho.
Okay, close the compartment. I don't want to be leaking illegal stuff all over the road. Is it closed?
Warwick calmly closes it and gets back in the car like nothing
Thank you.
happened.
I like how
and
all of us are like, hey, yeah, it's just another Tuesday.
Abdul drives off at breakneck speed. So, magic, huh?
Yeah. Cool, huh?
Now-
I'm imagining that trees just fucking perched on top of this sedan.
Hi. So, Nina, was it?
Yes.
I've seen people like you around here.
People like me?
Oh, yeah, people who seem to transform in a very flamboyant manner like you do, and then go around fighting with magic. They're just usually not as normal. No, like I haven't seen many of them, but like from what I've read in reports and shit, they're fucking weird. Like very murderous, from what I understand.
The good guys or the bad ones?
No, like people that fight pretty much like Nina here does.
Oh, I'm asking
Cropping
if
up over
they've
the.
been killing the good people or the bad ones.
They don't make any discrimination, it seems.
Hmm.
But I suppose I have seen reports of them flying around with sort of faction officials. Though I don't know. Don't know. Uh, you're not a cannibal, are you?
What?
Not that we know of.
Do you eat human beings?
No.
Okay. Vampire?
No.
Okay. Kill
Are
people
they?
for fun? I
Are
don't.
there sorts
Look.
of cannibals and vampires?
Oh well, perhaps a vampire. That's just what they write, but it's a long story, and frankly, I don't know how much of um, how much I trust the reports of untrained militants with heat stroke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
We're arriving in Jericho now. You actually pass another IDF checkpoint, but they do not harass you at all, despite the large bird that's clearly just sat on your just sat on your car.
Large bird that is not native to this area, to my knowledge.
No, there are. It's a falcon.
Peregrine falcon specifically.
Okay, yeah, no.
Large American bird.
It's the band mascot.
Guards.
For the record,
They
if we
don't.
were able... Go ahead.
That's one of the big things that Hakim did. The IDF doesn't go into our cities anymore, doesn't harass our people anymore because they're fucking scared of us again. Like they should be. All right, let me drive you to our headquarters. It's a little different. Hakeem will probably talk to you a lot. He's a nice guy, just don't
Get him started.
don't insult him. Actually, no, don't insult his family. Like, he'll take insults to himself, not very well, but if you insult his wife or his daughter, he might actually rip your throat out. I've seen it.
I'll say it. The guy looks like a werewolf.
Which, Hakeem?
Yeah, he just has werewolf vibes.
What the fuck does that mean?
David's an animal fucker. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What? I didn't. Just 'cause my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, used to be a lizard before I
Yeah,
met him
go
does
ahead.
not mean
Go ahead,
I
dig yourself,
am
dig that hole deeper. Dig that hole deeper.
into.
So, not knowing anything else about the situation, that does make you sound like an animal fucker.
See,
And, all that stuff I heard about your mom being a I don't know. The people in Georgia are weird.
Can I have a biscuit? Biscuit.
Sorry, that's fine. You okay, David?
Yes, I wanted a biscuit. Sorry.
That's fine.
It just wasn't what we expected.
It's a very funny response.
You drive into a quartered off section of the city that is guarded by people with rifles. And they stop you. A woman. You don't even notice that it's a woman because at first, because she doesn't really she wears a really thick piece of armor. It's basically a fucking chest piece that looks very old and is carrying a big machine gun, but she sort of pulls the balaclava half off her face and starts talking to him to Abdul in a very high pitched voice. They exchange a few words in Arabic. Warwick, you said you learned Arabic?
Yes, I'm answering that for.
They're
Yes,
not-
Warwick.
Okay. Alright, can you hear me, Ian?
Yes, sorry, Warwick knows Arabic. Discord's
Okay,
still
yeah.
being goofy, but yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so basically, they were talking about very normal sounding things like, she asked him when he would be coming home.
Ah,
He then leans out the window and kisses this woman.
Ah.
Wife.
Huh?
Is that your wife?
Oh, yeah.
Good to know you're in
Why?
it together.
Oh. Well, originally she was more in it than I was, but she's the reason I'm here. I'll be honest, I'm still more American than I am Arab.
Can't say I know the feeling, but I guess I can at least sympathize. He gives him a friendly nudge.
You know how when you drive by a neighborhood where they're playing loud music?
Yeah.
Yeah, you faintly start hearing a song. Just in the distance. That becomes louder and louder until you can very clearly tell it's being played over some kind of intercom, through the last part of this neighborhood that you're driving through, and it's the Near East, so neighborhoods are very small, cramped. Cars barely fit through them because they're designed for people to walk in them. Why are they fucking okay? Whoever took control of the PA system, I'm gonna beat him with a stick. So help me God. Sorry, I'm just looking for a parking lot.
All good.
Uh, he drives into like a driveway, honks a couple times to make the children that have gathered in front of the car and are just sort of laying there to fuck off so he can park.
They're trying to see the bird.
Yeah, people do gather around the car as soon as yeah, you step outside. Like there's a very old man, like in his 80s, sort of standing there with a cane, looking up at the bird. He's looking at you with like a very wide smile, David, as you step out of the car.
He just kind of nods his head in like acknowledgement and pulls the brim of his hat down.
He's a big bird.
Yes.
What feed him?
What feed him?
Cows?
Whatever it wants.
David, like, internally cringes. Whatever he wants to eat, to be quite honest with you.
Is keep away from sheep. No good relation with Knuckle if bird eat sheep.
I'll be sure to relay that. He does like
Big
a
bird.
whistle and a tweet, and then pets Tree's head as like he leans it down. He's just like, all right, you heard him. No eating sheep.
Warwick misinterprets this to mean local sheep are dangerous.
Big bird is big luck. Keep close. Is big luck for you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. If you head up to the okay, you see that house there on the left. The one with the stairs that go up.
Yeah.
The one with all the people standing around it. Yeah, that's Hakim's house.
Is that where the music is coming from?
You suspect that it is.
No.
I really hope it wasn't Hakim, because I cannot kill him. Alright,
Oh my god. Discord finally just came back so I could unmute Fredboat and hear the music. What the fuck is...
We're having a party.
This was not what I was picturing.
It's Arab leftist music, yeah. And it's basically techno folk, yeah.
It's great. I'm having a great time.
He sort of ushers you into this, like, house. People do look at you with a bit of suspicion, all of you, but Abdul's with you, they quickly just go back to whatever the hell they were doing. And as you head inside, hold on. This guy, put it in VC, is
Werewolf
sitting
vibes.
on a table. Is sitting on a table, surrounded by 4 other men, who all look either about the same age as him. He looks to be in his mid to late 30s. The other men look either the same age, though most of them look a little older, like in their mid 40s to 50s. That would explain why the music is playing. He like Abdul sort of leans over to you. He likes to aggravate the other members of the PLO's council.
Ah,
I understand the impulse.
The eldest looking man, he looks to be about 60. He's got a long white beard, like gray beard, and he sort of stands up. Oh, right. You are communists from Russia, yes? There are expected guests, yes, if that's what you are asking. Okay, everyone just find a place to sit.
David is gonna set himself up against the wall, nice and comfy.
Sitting.
No. Allow me to introduce to you, picking my own character's names, give me a sec. This is Hakim al-Sayira. He is the president of the state of Palestine. He sort of stands up, brushes himself off, and then he goes over and sort of, goes through all of you, just like offering a brief but firm handshake. Hello. Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Let's stick to English, huh?
Was my accent that bad?
It depends.
Fair
People have a
enough.
lot of dialects. Just because you speak standard Arabic doesn't mean you will necessarily be able to understand most people here.
Fair enough.
Hassan over there, for example, is entirely unintelligible to all of us. But that might just be the hashish. Who knows? So, let me introduce to you the other members of our little crisis council from the different, most powerful factions in the assembly. The most notable members are these three gentlemen here, representing the Fatah, the NCF, and Hamas. By Hassan over there. Now, I understand that you are here to help us.
Yes, that's the goal.
Yes. Now, many people have said that throughout history, but what will this help actually look like?
Well, we have humanitarian aid for one. I know Americans and third faction in this case, it's a common enemy of ours. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna help
Oh,
care of them.
well, our more pressing enemy here was probably, well, the state of Israel. More than the Americans. The Americans support them, of course. But the eldest man who sits on the right, who you now know seems to represent the Hamas faction of the assembly, sort of stands up. What will you help us against our occupiers?
Anything we can. That's what we're here for.
Abdul can attest we're talented at combat.
I do not doubt your skill. What I doubt is your true commitment.
You want me to be honest? I hate
What?
Nazis. And in order to get...
I have no quarrel with your war up in the north. God gave this land to us. They are invaders and we must drive them out of our land.
Fair.
Let me put it to you another way. What can we do to prove that commitment to you?
Before he opens his mouth to talk, but before he can say anything, Hassan, why don't you let me determine that? Hakim says that perhaps it would be easier for us to find a goal that could help bolster all of our commitments, bolster all of our faith in our allies in the far cold north. It is still quite cold there, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the coldest I've been to, but
Yeah. Uh, uh, he sort of waves his hands a little. I will make sure that they have common place to sit and eat and drink, and we will then figure out how to do something, and I shall see all of you tomorrow. We haven't even really begun, and you are already ushering us out the door? Yes.
Well, at least he's
Why?
honest about it.
he's the Giga Chad.
Why? Well, because I don't trust you, Hassan. You are going to put our allies into an awkward position and make them commit a massacre. Is that what you want to hear? Do you want me to be honest like this? Well, uh, they, like, he and another person stands up and sort of leaves the room in a hush, like in a hurry, and the third man, he stands up, he walks over to you, David, like shakes your hand. I, for one, am very delighted to have met you.
David has a smile on his face and shakes his hand back, but he's also very quiet because he's gay.
And then basically everyone except Abdul and Hakim leave the living room and get out. Hi, yeah, yo, okay, now actually have a seat.
Sit down.
Huh?
Sit down. Sit down.
Yeah. uh, oh, there's no need for those. You can take those. You can take all of the special clothing off. Don't worry about it.
David does not take anything. Oh, well you're talking about that.
The traditional clothes, yeah.
Yeah.
Just start stripping in this room.
Down to
The
the
guy
socks,
will
everybody. Come on.
I'll keep the clothes on, thank you.
Generally, you don't have to worry about that at all in this part of the town. If you go to the north side, then it becomes a little more tricky. Well, why don't I have some dinner for you and something to drink, and then we can discuss our plans. uh, I shall have my secretary make something. That's probably the best option.
We
First
appreciate it.
off, would you all like something to drink?
What you got?
I could make some tea for everybody.
I would love that.
Some tea. Some tea it is. He grabs a kettle and actually puts it onto a little fire, like a little. So a lot of these houses have in their living rooms, they're sort of opened up, right? it's almost like a grill that you can use, and he's basically put a pot of kettle on it. It's getting dark, so it's actually getting quite chilly. So, how was getting here? Did you have any trouble?
There was
A
an
snag.
at an IDF checkpoint, but it was resolved quickly.
What kind of property damage are we talking about here?
Well, it mostly landed in the sand, so good news is no.
Sand?
We destroyed a
What landed
helicopter,
in the sand?
and by
what?
we I mean me.
Yes, so there are 5 dead IDF foot soldiers, 2 dead, presumed dead, IDF pilots, and they kind of rotted in Apache, and they shot it down with a guy. What? Well, I didn't see it quite clearly, but from my perspective,
I can do it again.
this one here, so
Hi.
he's pointing at Nina, transformed into one of the jinn, I think you called them. Grabbed this one, dragged
Hi.
them up into the sky, then they waved their hands and make the big guy appear in front of the helicopter. A big guy?
I can do it again.
A big guy. Please do not. Not in here.
Okay.
I don't think that guy would fit in here.
Okay.
And it crashed into it. I think it lost its head, but it.
Oh yeah, he got fucking annihilated.
Yes.
I can create a tiny silent image of the celestial.
Are you casting Prestidigitation?
Oh, can I do
Or
that with prestidigitation? I can cast silent image.
Okay, yeah, you can do silent image. Yeah, you
I'll
just do that.
like a little projector.
Yeah, he looked like that, except really big. And then he hit the helicopter, and he didn't look like that anymore.
That is an angel, yes?
Yeah.
So, you quite literally brought the god's wrath down on them. Quite poetic.
Yeah, basically.
Yes. No, where was I? Oh, yeah, that's the situation. By now, very short man comes up the stairs and sets some plates of food. Looks fresh onto the table. Too lazy to describe it, so just use your imagination here.
Food.
No. He pours you some tea, each of you. Okay. Then let me know, how are things up north with our friends?
In the war?
Yes, you have quite the struggle that you are going on there, right?
Overall, it's going pretty well, but bluntly, we're running short on a couple things, which is part of why we're here.
Well, I will be blunt with you. I have a very different vision of this country, of the big country that it all encompasses here down here, than most of my friends that you met just now have. I will put it this way. Especially Palestine, but the whole Levant, that is everything from here up to Syria, Iraq, and then Kuwait, right? The crescent, the Fertile Crescent, you know that? Ever had that in history? No?
Yeah.
Yes. So, the Levant is a mess of ethnicities and religions and cultures and whatnot. And the common solution is to divide it all up into these individual states. But in cities like Jerusalem or Baghdad, Aleppo, these ancient cities that have stood for much longer than any country on earth, places that have been continually inhabited since hundreds of years before the rise of the prophet, since men built cities, they have lived in these places. If we divided them up by culture and ethnicity, you would have 16 states in Baghdad alone.
Mhm.
What do
That's
you
not.
think?
I think what is necessary is a federation, something unified that respects the cultures, religions, and traditions of all peoples that live here.
Mhm.
Practically, I am opposed by this in this vision by most people around here, though there is still popular support for this idea in many places. The problem is there is so much animosity between the people of these nations, of these states, these countries. Yes, if we want to have our freedom, we cannot be oppressed by, well, the Israelis, by the IDF, and their fascistic occupation of this country, further driving us into these ghettos. And we're allowed to be here and nowhere else. They take our homes, kill our family, and it has cost some bad blood, as you can imagine. But what I want to prevent are mass reprisals. Yes, they have to go, but we can't kill them. We can't displace all of them.
Mhm.
That's a bad solution to a bad problem. And it would only cause more bloodshed in the long run, and that's not what any of us really want down when we come down to it. It would also be quite difficult to accept to make Hassan accept the idea of a large secular confederation. So you will have to go shopping for allies all across the Levant.
We can do that.
You can do that. Well, where would you like to start?
Where do you need us most?
That's not what I asked. If I had a preference, I would told you that. Well, let me put it this way. Essentially, the problem we are facing now is that we have another invasion ahead of us. And I don't think that the third faction is going to keep its promises to the Israeli government. So we might be looking at a completely occupied Arabian Peninsula,
Mhm.
which would be, well, a lot of people would and will die. But yes. So up in the north, on the Turkish border, and to some extent inside of Turkey, there are many different Kurdish insurgents. I suppose if there is anybody out there with a more worldly outlook on all of this, it would probably be up there. However, if we are to look for broad support, as one would say, we may have to go to. Hold on, thinking. Sorry, got distracted. You all still there?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So what I would suggest is if you want to make allies here with us, you would have to. This is not going to be popular with anybody here, so you will have to do it in secret. Is that clear?
We can do that.
Promise to be more stealthy than when we walked in.
I hope so. I don't want to burn more bridges than we already have. Not everyone in Israel, not even in the Israeli, not the government, but in parliament, agrees with the actions that they have taken, with the occupation, the plundering. I want you to go into Jerusalem and reach out to politicians of a more reconciliatory sort. Yes?
Yes.
Good. And if you cannot find a common consensus or cooperation, then you may have to kill the hardliners.
We'll do what needs to be done.
We can make that happen.
Very well. Abdul will assist you as good he can. Now, you will be sleeping here tonight.
Okay.
It's not a very large place, but these mats here should do. I can get you some blankets. Do you have any questions?
Not for now, but thank you.
All good here.
Very well. Very well.
Oh, actually, yeah. While I'm here, do you have any sick or
What?
wounded that need immediate attention? Because I can help.
Probably in the hospital, but other than that,
Cool. I'll
it
go
has been
look into
very
it.
quiet.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, since we're going over a little over time, why don't you guys tell me what you are all doing during the night?
Same thing David does every night, Pinky. Inspect his rifles, clean it, go over it, think about Socks and Lily, Oscar, Shinji.
Be a bisexual. Got it.
Yes. Being a bisexual while cleaning his gun.
Cool.
Find some not sheep moot for tree, which technically he's dispelled after 1 hour, but also
Yeah, you can keep him around. He's big. He can fly across the Atlantic.
he just constantly is waiting in low Earth orbit for David to come.
Earth's orbit.
Hanging out with that fucking Tesla Elon Musk shot into space.
Yeah. He sits in the car, pecks at the helmet. Is this the last thing we're gonna do for the record?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Lilith,
What's the question again?
What are we doing?
what do you? Yeah, while you're just spending the night.
Probably making sure that all the equipment works, all the guns work, make sure there's no faults or damages or any dirt where there shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And so forth.
Yeah, Nina.
Sleeping.
Sleeping.
Probably.
There's a
Sleeping.
normal answer.
Sleeping and thinking about the fact that there's other people like me around.
I really hope that you find another magical girl to be gay with.
Here's
Apparently doing hot girl shit,
usually
such as
goes
cannibalism
so
and murder.
well. That usually goes so well for magical girls.
I know, right? Especially if time travel is involved.
Yeah. Nothing bad ever happened.
Two magical
Two
girl
magical girls in
lesbians with time travel.
Yeah.
Looks at
Hmm.
Tracer. Let's
And-
go, Kemi.
Warwick, you're just looking after the sick.
Yeah, Warwick spends most of the night volunteering at the hospital, like curing concussions in a second and like fixing broken bones, as if that's just like a normal thing.
Yeah. Okay. And with that, we're gonna be ending the session.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you,
Woohoo.
DM. I need to lay down and sleep because I
Oh,
am passing
Okay.
out.
Can I come with you?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Thank you. My